Have you noticed that the Philippines is still country where poverty hits too many people? No matter what, mga taong isang kahig, isang tuka.
Yeah, di ko nga gets eh. I mean, we have a government, numbers of program, even law. Pero bakit parang wala yata nagbabago?
But before we get into that, if you're new to this channel, kindly click the follow icon.
Magandang araw mga ka-Transpotters, Ryan at your service. Welcome back to Transpot PH, your spot for trending news and reality checks.
So last week, we talked about why democracy matters in the Philippines, how people have a voice, both and get to hold the government accountable.
Exactly, Russell. And today, we're leveling up. Since we are a democratic country where the government has three branches, the executive, legislative, and judicial, the big question is, can they truly address the issue regarding poverty?
Interesting, Jel. But I guess let's focus first on the legislative branch muna, no? How does Congress actually fight poverty in the Philippines?
Siya, go Erica.
Share ko lang guys ha. Did you know that the Philippines still has about 15.5% of its population living below the poverty line, even after decades of program and laws, according to the Philippine Statistics Authority?
Wait, seryoso? That means millions of Filipinos are still struggling just to afford basic needs like food, education, and healthcare.
Exactly. Ito pa, BARMM and Zamboanga Peninsula have poverty level over 20 to 30%.
Whoa! So, it's not just about national numbers. Nakadepende pa rin kung saang lugar ka nakatira, the opportunities available, and even access to basic services.
Tama ka naman dyan. And that's why the legislative branch plays a huge role talaga in addressing this issue, ha?
Baka may mga nakikinig na hindi pa alam ang legislative branch.
Well, para sa mga ka-Transpotter natin na hindi pa alam, ang legislative branch ay binubuo ng Senate at ng House of Representatives. They address issues like poverty by creating and passing laws designed to directly help those in needs, such as establishing programs and support systems.
Nasabi mo yung mga programs and laws, right? Ano-ano ba yung mga yon?
Kasali ba riyan ang purpose? Nakikita ko kasi kapitbahay namin nagkakaroon ng financial help sa gobyerno dahil dyan.
Uy, tama ka dyan. Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino Program or 40s gives conditional cash transfers to poor families, money for school, health check-ups, and basic needs.
Yung Expanded Purpose Act or Republic Act 10361. Yung ginawa ni Senator Jinggoy Estrada at Representative Florencio Noel.
Oo, sounds amazing. But real talk, minsan hindi naman naibibigay agad yung pera or the process is super tagal. You need like 10 forms just to get cash.
Tama. Do you agree, guys?
Yes.
Kasi for me, matagal na akong purpose beneficiary ni Mama. Minsan umaabot talaga ng 3 to 4 months bago maibigay yung allowance. Pero buo mo naman silang matatanggap, pati yung last if ever.
Nakatulong ba siya sa'yo, right? Your family.
Actually, oo. For example, opening of classes, nabibigyan na laman yung card, then may pambili na kami ng gamit ng mga kapatid ko. Ganon. So for me, even matagal or maliit lang yung binibigay, nakakatulong pa rin to, especially for those family na walang-wala talaga, di ba?
Wow! Paano mag-apply dyan? Joke lang.
Basta sama mo kami.
Oo nga naman.
Curious lang ako. Ano pa, may alam pa kayo?
There's the Universal Healthcare Law or Republic Act 11223, authored by Senator Pia Cayetano. It promises healthcare for all, especially poor families.
Wow. Kasali ba riyan ang PhilHealth?
Actually, tama ka. PhilHealth membership is automatic for all Filipinos, including those who are indigent or informal workers. Parang nawawala ng tinik sa lalamunan yung mga may hirap na nagpapa-ospital. Kasi nga naman, mababawasan yung babayaran nila.
Uy, malaki pasasalamat ko sa PhilHealth. Kasi nung na-hospital ako, wala akong binayaran kahit piso si Mama.
I also experienced that.
And in theory, that's fantastic actually. But hospitals still lack enough doctors, nurses, and medicine in some areas.
Gaya ng mga napapanood natin, yung pinag-iintay sa labas ng hospital, no?
So even with the law, people struggling pa rin.
Tama. And Congress also decides the national budget. They allocate money for poverty programs, education, housing, and livelihood projects.
And they don't just pass laws. They hold hearings, audits, and investigations to check if the programs actually work.
Ah, ganun ba yun? Gaya ng ginawa ni Risa Hontiveros? Yung mga hearing nila?
Oo, yun.
Pinapanood ko rin yun.
Another cool thing pa guys is the party list system. Yung mga grupo ng mga farmers, babae, urban poor, sila yung mga causes sa Congress. They can propose laws and fight for their sectors.
Para sa akin it's great. Reality check, some critics say some party list reps aren't really from the sector they claim to represent. So, the system has still flaws.
Tama ka naman, syempre nasa Pilipinas tayo, corruption, pero democracy and lawmaking are messy talaga. Diba? Agree kayo?
Yes. At sa opinion ko, kahit pa ganon, without Congress, programs like 40s or free healthcare wouldn't exist at all, di ba?
Correct ka dyan. But transparency, faster delivery, and less red tape would make it way better.
Exactly.
So remember, Transpotters, knowing how the government work is key. It's one thing to vote, another thing to see laws turn into real action.
That is for today's episode.
Thanks for tuning in to Trends Page, your radar for trends, news, and reality checks.
Remember, stay curious, question the headlines, and as always,
Stay trending!